So we're back out at JTAC for the match. So this is the day one of the Quantified Performance JTAC match. We came out yesterday to collect some data, didn't go great. Came out today to confirm, and everything looks much better today. So Taylor is pulling the cart. He's in a much better mood today. He had his pregame poop, so he's feeling solid. We're walking over to the safety brief. I don't know what stage we're starting on, but solid group of shooters here. So the points leader for QP's here. A lot of the guys who've been winning their divisions are here. Guys who are in the top 3 of their divisions are here. I've heard rumors that the Army Marksman unit is here. So should be a solid day to learn some things and kind of find out where we stack up against some of these guys. So bring y'all along. First stage of the day for me was stage 7. We've got 3 targets here, 430, 520, and 790. Pretty straightforward. One thing that I wasn't accounting for is I tried to move further over towards that grass so that I wouldn't be in the sand, because in the sand the bipod kind of sinks down. The only problem with that is one of the targets was blocking the back target for me. And you'll see that I struggle here. I can't see where my rounds are impacting. I know I'm off target, I just can't tell where. So I can't make corrections. So I don't know if I'm missing right or left or low. And so I'm actually shooting over the top of the first target to try to hit the third target at 790. And I'm getting kind of frustrated because I'm not sure what to do. I probably should have just scooted over to the left so I could see it and then gone from there. But, you know, hindsight's always 20/20. Yeah, so I know it's a wind issue, and I'm in my head I'm getting frustrated because I'm like, I forgot to turn the trigger cam on, but what I'm doing is I'm basically aiming at the different corners of the target, trying to see if I can see any kind of splash or anything to kind of get some bearing to make a hit. And so I was finally able to get an idea and got a hit there, moved up, and now I'm really short on time for the par time, and I've got to make shots at 430, 520, and 790 again.
Impact! Impact!
Literally got it before the timer went off.
Way to clutch that, dude. 86.69. I think
I was flinching, man.
The close target was blocking the back target. I was shooting over it. Yeah. All right, got the trigger cam on here, so we had to start feet on the floorboard on stage 8. Now these targets are all relatively close to each other. They're going to be at 300, 330, and 330. They're generous targets. Lost a little time there. I think I was overly cautious on this stage, trying to get a perfect sight picture and trying to get into a good position. I just wasn't fast in between positions. This is something I struggle with, is shooting fast at distance, and so this type of match definitely exposes some of my weaknesses. So I was just slow getting into this position, and again, I think I'm being a little over cautious getting a perfect sight picture.
Here we go, Jimmy.
Impact! Impact!
All in all, not bad though. Position work felt good. You know, trigger presses all felt good. So confidence booster. This is stage 1, and we're shooting. I think at what is this 590 here, 500 yards. Yeah, 500 yards.
Impact!
The only problem with these swingers is that when you hit them just off center, they turn, and they turn a lot. And this barricade we're shooting on isn't super stable. It actually rocks back and forth. That's why you're seeing my reticle go up and down. So you see how much that target turned. So then you got to wait for it to slow down, or you got to try to time it perfect.
Impact!
So I thought I timed it perfect there, but I missed it.
Impact!
Woo-wee!
Nice. You know you hit that one before I saw it. Shooter, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
Okay, so stage 2 targets are they start off relatively close, but so 114, 225, and 335 were our target distances. And as you can see, they're not super small targets either, so this is very much a quick stage. I could have gone faster between positions here. One thing that I am happy about though is how fast I was moving on to the next target and calling my shots. So I knew that I was, well within my target wobble zone, and as soon as I make a good trigger break, I'm on to the next position.
Come on, Jimmy, you got it.
Yeah, that's about how my standing's gonna look, I feel. How do you want to prove that? You're missing to the left off.
Impact.
Well, I got pounds on the front of my fucking rifle.
Impact.
External weights that for 2 pounds on it. Yeah, let's go whoever's next.
Impact. Impact. Clean shave.
All right, so this is the mid-range quantifier. I did really well with this one in Texas.
Impact.
I struggle here, and this is kind of where the wheels start to fall off for me in the match.
Go. Let's go, Jimmy. Impact. Impact. Yeah, he's a good shooter. I got impact. 53-15 or 53-16. Impact.
All right, so our first 2 targets were at 100, then we went 200, 300, 300. This last target is 615. And again, I forgot the trigger cam here, but what you're gonna see is I really struggle here because I realized at the end of it, I was aiming an entire mil low. And I can see my impacts. I can see that I'm hitting low, and I'm trying to think in my head what's going on. Why is it low? Why am I... There you go. Yeah. Yeah, very frustrated here. And I'm in my head, I'm like, is it me? Am I doing something to cause it? When in reality, I should have just adjusted and taken the shot. Ended up parring out there. So when you par out on there, it's going to cost you a lot of time, and so kind of all started to fall apart there. Had to reset mentally, come into this stage off the rooftop. We got targets at 300 and then 615 and 615. Now that white flag, you'll notice what the wind is doing, how it shifts. So right there, it's going left to right. And then now it's fishtailing and it's going to go right to left. So it's just constantly changing while I'm shooting the stage.
Go, Jimmy, let's go.
Jimmy's upset.
Right, and then he moves left. It's important to call it in that order.
Get back.
No, that was it. It needs to be left target, right target.
Yeah, it was like it was high
And
right.
move to the left. And right. Left target, right target.
Yes, you can see that wind just keeps shifting. It's just fishtailing right into us. And that mirage, the image doesn't do justice for how bad that mirage is. The time of day that we were shooting that mirage was just awful. Even the spotters were having a hard time seeing the targets.
Now then, the shooter will start in standing position behind the rifle. The rifle you can stage on the ground.
Wind shifted.
Lock back, mag in. Reticle on target 1 if you want. You can get out there.
Yeah, so I was really struggling here. Yeah, so they're having a hard time seeing it. Again, just in time. Now, like I said, that's where the wheels started to fall off a couple of stages ago, and it only got worse here. So I actually stepped away to get food. I come back, and I'm the first shooter up. I grab my gun, and I think when I grabbed it, I accidentally loosened my suppressor. Because to start off here, I'm getting impacts, and then all of a sudden the groups opened up, and none of us could even see that where the gun was impacting. Like, I'm bouncing all around the target, and they're not even getting reads on what I'm hitting. Like, it wasn't like I was off right, off left, or whatever. There was no value, and none of us could see where it was going, and so in a minute, you're going to see me. I just stop because there's no point in wasting the bullets. There's no point in taking shots that I can't see where they're going. So I just decide to just call it and take my misses. And again, this is a second stage that I don't finish. And it's incredibly frustrating because with only 8 stages, there's really no coming back from that, especially with the level of competition we had at this match. Yeah. So thankfully, we were kind of being held up by the group in front of us going slow. So I was like, hey guys, if you don't mind, I'm going to run that again just to see what it could have been. And this is what that stage could have looked like if I hadn't loosened my suppressor and been able to run the whole thing.
All done.
Impact.
And these targets are at 520 and 430. So we're supposed to start from the table, go down to a prone on the ground, and then come back up to the table.
Impact. Impact.
You could game it.
Impact. Impact.
Impact.
Yeah, so there you go.
Bye.
All right, last stage of the day for me, it's gonna be stage 6, shooting targets at 790, 790, and 990.
Impact. Impact.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now right here, this issue is just me. It's not the gun. I could have cleaned the stage. I was just holding the wrong thing, and I didn't think that I was holding the wrong thing. I didn't think to look down at my arm card. So lots of mental errors in this match. Just very frustrated with myself.
You got it?
No.
He's on the 990.
He's on 990.
Playing in the water.
Wind is going this way.
We'll try and hit up the spring this weekend.
You can look at the little fishies.
Well, he's got.
You might need to figure out there's
I can't see anything.
I tried to help. This one. Pretty far.
It's the farthest.
Yeah.
You seeing him, Rich?
I see this flash.
All right, Jimmy, you were low left, low right.
Yeah, Jimmy, consistently low.
Okay,
Like a target and a half low.
Figure it out, and we can't figure it out. Which means down.
just a second.
Stay up.
Windage was good though. Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Try it out later.
Can I check something real quick before I get up?
Yeah, go ahead. It looks like you were about like a full target low.
That's about to kick you in the right foot. That means
I was seeing bottom edge.
kick you in the left.
Bobby's just gonna take the hose and spray my
People
face.
in
Act like you're swimming.
Yep, hit back.
I'm gonna go haze myself. Match, not so great. We'll talk about that later. But we did have something cool happen. Last night, Taylor and I were doing the live, and then Kenny, who's also known as Recce Randy, which I don't understand why it's Recce Randy, not Recce Kenny. But anyways, he came out, first match, right?
First match.
Didn't have data, didn't have anything, and absolutely crushed it. Actually finished ahead of me. He finished between Taylor and I. So I'll let Taylor and him take it away.
All right, so last night we were jumping on live. We're talking about where we're coming, and what you just got a wild hair in your butt and said you wanted to come out here and shoot.
Yep.
And you showed up, had no data,
Nope.
Your
Rifle
data-
that I put together
Your ri-
about a month ago and shot once.
and you haven't shot out to these ranges before.
I shot out to 400 before
So
this
you've
was
never
the furthest.
shot out to these ranges.
Yeah,
so,
990 was a lot.
yeah. So we went out. We hit out to 990 today. You started out with your Kestrel telling you that you were using 140 ELDMs
Yep.
inside of a 5.56 gun. We made up dope on the spot for you, figured out what it was, dialed it in, and in one day, you showed up with a gun that wasn't prepared and dope that wasn't ready, and by your second stage, you had dope and everything for the rest of the day. This is what I was talking about as far as excuses. You don't have any.
All right, so obviously Recce Randy, Kenny did great. Kenny, what would be your advice to the people at home? What do you want to tell them? What do you want to say?
Stop waiting. Just go do it. You're never going to have all the stuff. You're never going to have all the ammo. You're never going to have the cool guy things. You don't have a $10,000 rifle. What you have will work. Go out there, learn, make misses.
Sick. Yeah, he making a lot of sense right now. And also, we're not giving him any more win calls. We got to take a group photo, so we'll wrap this up here in a bit.
So there you have it, guys. Shout out to Kenny and Ash for putting on a phenomenal match. Big thanks to Ben out at Wiseman Company and Eric at Barrel and Hatchet. Got to shoot with them. They were in our group. Two amazing guys, phenomenal shooters. Great time hanging out with them and the entire squad. Had a great squad again. And I will say that this match as a whole was a ton better. And I give a lot of credit to Kenny and Ash both. I know Ash says that, you know, all the credit goes to Kenny, but Ash was very receptive to the feedback that we gave after the first QP. And Kenny reached out directly and said, hey man, we heard some of the stuff you said, and you know, we're trying to make the matches better. And so Kenny was the match director for this match, and he actually did 2 days. We didn't stay for Sunday, but it was way better. And the stages were a ton of fun. There was a ton of really good shooters out there. I ended up, I think, taking 10th in GP and I think 27th overall. I don't remember exactly how many shooters were out there, but it just wasn't my day, right? Like, so I went out there and I just didn't have my best stuff, and it just wasn't good enough. A lot of mental errors, you know, holding the wrong thing cost me 2 stages, and just moving too slow in and out of positions cost me too much. And then the suppressor coming loose cost me a stage. So all of that pushed me further down. But some good takeaways from that were some of the things I'd been working on was getting on target faster from the start. And I felt good about that. It was much better than it's been in the past. Something else that I felt really good about was my ability to call shots as the stages went on, as we shot more in the day. Once I felt like I was on target, I was in my wobble zone, and I broke the shot, I was confidently moving on to the next target or position. And so that was a good takeaway for me. So now it's a matter of refining some of those things, not making the mental errors I made before, getting faster in between shooting positions, and then getting faster in between targets. So lots of time on the table to pick up, lots of easy time that I think I can pick up. So going to work on those things and then try to figure out when our next match is and go from there. But thank you again to our squad. Thank you to Ben. Thank you to Eric, to JTAC, the entire JTAC community, which, by the way, Ben and Eric are doing a phenomenal job with the community there with their open gyms and some of the other events they're putting on. Phenomenal facility. I'm going to see if I can get Joe, Bruiser Industries, to go out there and do a class. Maybe we can get Praycore out there as well. They've talked about hosting more QP matches out there. If they do more out there, Taylor and I would love to go back out there because it was, you know, just a ton of fun to be with those guys, but also just a great facility to shoot at. So looking forward to that. I got some more breakdowns coming from this, some gear stuff that have been changed. I know I owe you guys a video on the gun, so we'll talk all about that in future videos. But make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe. Karate chop that bell so you get notified every time I upload a video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Close enough. Connect. Shout out to the homie repping Big Tex. Can you say hi?
Hi!
They haven't seen you in a while. Show them that tooth. Is it loose? Can you show them? Let's rip that thing out. Can we rip it out on camera? Let's see if we can rip it out. Oh, we almost had it. You should let me get it. It was right there. You gonna let me try? Not quite ready. Not quite ready. It's close. It's so close. All right, tell them bye.